Representative Fischer, please tell us about your bill.
Thank you, Chair Becker-Finn. Appreciate the opportunity to present the bill to you in the committee. House file. First of all, I want to thank my co-author, Representative Johnson, for his support on the bill. This bill was started last year to address the issues of accommodations and documentation practices of service animals and housing. I've got several testifiers who are with me today that can help explain the bill and touch on it, because I see that we are tight on time here. So I will turn it over, in respect to time, I will turn it over to my testifiers.
Yes, thank you, Chair Fischer. First on the list, I have Ron Elwood. Mr. Elwood, please introduce yourself and go ahead with your testimony.
Madam Chair and members of the committee, Ron Elwood with Legal Aid. Probably the folks from the Ms. Stefaniak probably should have gone first, but whatever. I'll just say that want to thank the Minnesota Multi-Housing Association and Ms. Stefaniak for inviting me and Legal Aid into this process and allowing us to collaborate with them to shape this bill. I think it does strikes the absolute appropriate balance of ensuring that documentation in these situations is legitimate, because there are legitimate concerns about that, and at the same time, preserving and protecting the rights of Minnesotans with disabilities. I'll stop there and turn it over to Ms. Stefaniak.
All right, Ms. Stefaniak, please introduce yourself for the committee and then go ahead with your testimony.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Thank you for having me here this morning. My name is Leanna Stefaniak, and I am with At Home Apartments, which is a property management company located in the Twin Cities and also St. Cloud. Also, thank you to Mr. Elwood for his comments and his support and collaboration on this bill. As Representative Fischer mentioned, this was something that we had worked on last year, but due to COVID, it never made its way through the final process. The purpose of this bill is really to provide guidance and clarity on the required documentation needed to make a reasonable accommodation for housing policies that relate to animals and emotional support animals and service animals. Not unlike other industries that have had to deal with the fraudulent representation of service animals or emotional support animals, this has become a bigger issue in that housing sector. A couple years ago, the state addressed this issue as it related to the grocers. As I'm sure that you've seen in headlines across the country, the airlines have been dealing with the fraudulent misrepresentation of emotional support animals and service animals as well. So this bill, from a housing perspective, is trying to curtail the boutique industry that has kind of popped up with the selling of certifications and letters so people can bypass pet policies or rent or pet deposits, trying to give landlords proper guidance as to how they can vet these requests, and then also protect the rights of those who do have bona fide disabilities under the ADA, and make sure that they're not put under unwarranted scrutiny because of the fraudulent practices of people who are trying to abuse the system. There are many websites out there where you can literally go online, answer a few questions, get a letter issued to you that says you need an emotional support animal. In some cases, they'll give you a 2-for-1. They'll give you your housing letter and your airline letter for $95. And the names of these websites just by themselves beg question, Certipet.com, WaggyPet.com. And so with this bill, we're really trying to provide guidance. So landlords and residents who do need these extra steps to make sure that they can quietly enjoy the apartment in the same way as somebody else are protected and have clarity as to what they need to do and move forward. It also is in complement to many similar bills across other jurisdictions in other states, and also mirrors some of the guidance that came out from HUD in January 2020 of last year.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Stefaniak. I don't have any other testifiers on the list. Members, do we have any questions? I know this is something that was vetted in previous years as well. Representative Johnson.
Chair Becker-Finn, Representative Fischer, I want to thank you for bringing this bill forward. I think it's a good bill. It's been vetted very well with all parties involved. I can say this, there's a huge difference between an emotional support animal and a service animal. A service animal is highly trained, and where a emotional support animal might not have any training. I was in one of my grocery stores a couple of years ago when somebody claimed, before we reclarified the service and emotional support dogs a couple of years ago, where a person had an emotional support dog instead of a service dog, but had the service dog cover on it. And when they're going by the meat section of the grocery store, the animal jumped up, grabbed a package of steaks, and started carrying that around. The store had to throw away over $200, $200 to $300 worth of steaks because of that issue, where a trained service dog wouldn't do that. So I thank you for this, bringing this bill forward. I think it's a good common ground where we can keep the landlords protected from those who abuse the system, and let the people who actually need it have the support they need. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And I have been in the legislature long enough to know that I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of telling stories about animals. But I thank you, Representative Johnson, for your comments. Representative Fischer, any closing words?
This is a great bill, great support between all parties. I recommend a yes vote. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Representative Fischer. With that, I will renew my motion that House File 566 be recommended to be referred to the Housing, Finance, and Policy Committee. The clerk will take the roll.
Chair Becker-Finn.
Aye.
Representative Moeller.
Aye.
Representative Scott. Aye. Representative Feist.
Aye.
Representative Frazier.
Aye.
Representative Grossel.
Aye.
Representative Herr.
Aye.
Representative Holland.
Aye.
Representative Johnson.
Aye.
Representative Liebling.
Aye.
Representative Long.
Aye.
Representative Mortensen.
Aye.
Representative Novotny.
Aye.
Representative Farr.
Aye.
Representative Robbins.
Aye.
Representative Vang.
Aye.
Representative Zhang.
Aye.
And then Representative Scott, I couldn't quite hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Aye.
Perfect. You have 17 ayes.
Thank you, Ms. Borgerding, for clarifying that vote. With that, the motion prevails and House File 566 is on its way to the Housing, Finance, and Policy Committee. Thank you to the testifiers and to Representative Fischer.